Kia ora everyone, and welcome to the video. My name is Glitching Notions, and I will be your host this evening. Now, welcome to the beginning of my series in CrownWars: The Black Prince. I want to get this out of the way as soon as possible, as a disclaimer to all of you that are tuning in. This is a re-upload of sorts, both as a restart to the series due to technical issues on my part, and also so that I can be fully transparent when starting this game, because obviously starting further into the game and bringing you guys with me was kind of a dodgy thing, and you didn't know if I was telling the truth or not. So I wanted full transparency with that, and also I wanted to bring to the attention that I want to be honest with you guys, because I feel bad for this, because it's kind of been eating away at me a little bit. I do not have the greatest PC at the moment. It's not the highest end, but she gets the job done. Whilst playing this game, you'll be seeing this game on probably the lowest settings possible. As you can see here, 60 FPS. Low, everything's kind of as it is. I do apologize in advance if there are any frame drops, if there's any stuttering in the recording. I'm going to try and do my best to minimize any of that comes out, because I really want to cover this game, and I really feel bad giving you guys a shit viewing experience, if I'm 100% honest with you. So I'm trying to find a middle ground so that I can show it to you and also give it to you at a reasonable level without it being completely unbearable to watch due to frame drops and things like that. With all that said and done, hello, if you're new to the channel, I'm Glitching Notions. You can call me Glitch if you want, you can call me Notions. Or G-Notions, whichever one. I'm a Muppet. I'm a queef. What the fuck? Where the hell did that come from? Okay. I'm a Kiwi PNG tuber for the meantime. Planning on going into VTubing eventually, when I have better hardware. Okay, with all that out of the way, introductions, everything, let's get into the gameplay. Now, just a heads up with this game is actually kind of difficult. It does kick you in the teeth quite a bit. I do have knowledge now. This isn't a fresh playthrough. I haven't played through the full game, obviously, but I've played up through the beginning of chapter 1 due to again, technical issues and recording being absolutely bollocks with. But yeah, I was really excited for this game to come out. Now, yeah, this is a game set in the 100 Years' War between France and England, and you are the central conflict is between those two factions. Then you being a local lord, a local lordling inheriting your domain, getting caught in the middle of everything. As far as difficulty goes, I'm going to be playing on Baron. As you can see, this is the challenging mode of the game. You have to get better, basically. It's pretty much get good. Enemies get a stat bonus, and companions die. They basically get one mulligan, so you can fuck up once with a character, and then the second time they get hit with a with a wound, they're dead. That's it. Like, there's no saving after that. I won't be playing on hero mode, but I will be treating this as a hero mode. And what that is basically Iron Man for all of you turn-based tactics veterans out there. So this is technically a legendary Iron Man if you were thinking about if you wanted the easier term for it. But obviously because of YouTube reasons and recording, I'm going to be keeping it off of hero mode, just so in case there are any bugs and I lose a save, there's no issues. So without further ado, let's get into this.
Many historians have recounted this war between France and England, but not all facts have been told. Poitiers, 1356. After fighting to complete exhaustion, the King of France, John II, is defeated. The King of England's son, the Black Prince, takes him as a prisoner. For more than 20 years, the royal houses had been fighting for the crown of the most powerful kingdom in the Occidental world. It was a war of chivalry, kings and princes. A war between families, rival houses, and cousins. A war fought according to the conventions of feudalism. But with neither side willing to kneel to the other, the war became a costly endeavor, attracting the most bloodthirsty of mercenaries. And in the shadows, there were those who resorted to unspeakable methods, exploring mystical powers involving the occult. In the midst of this turmoil, with chaos reigning all round, a group of compassionate men and women gathered in secret to fight an insidious threat, more horrifying than the war itself.
Thank you, my dear brothers and sisters, for having come from so far away. The Brotherhood is facing a formidable challenge in these troubling times.
It's true. The King of France has been defeated and captured by the English.
And we must continue to keep out of political matters.
Of course, but that's not why the Council has gathered here today.
What was that?
See what's going on.
Are we under attack?
We must prepare for the worst.
The Brotherhood's documents are of the utmost importance. We mustn't let anyone get hold of them. Good God, what's happening?
Sire, we must leave right away. We are under heavy attack.
We can't flee and leave our documents here.
We should send a message to warn Nicholas. We can't risk being captured.
My friends, the day we all feared has arrived. We must burn our documents. We cannot let ourselves be captured.
You, go to the main gate. Organize the defense. We need to buy ourselves time.
Very well. We'll meet again before God. They're already here.
Okay. Now, I tried to stay as silent as possible for that, so you guys could enjoy the cutscene. In that cutscene, you would have noticed how there were 4 different families and 4 different crests. Those are the 4 main families and factions of this game that you can choose from. And our Lady Crusader Knight here is a part of the Larousin family, as it said in her name, Julie Larousin. I'm going to try and not say things with a horrendous accent and pronunciation in terms of that. But yeah, each family has their distinct playstyles and distinct, distinct storyline, I guess, in a sense. But we'll get more into that later. Yeah, pretty much the tutorial, pretty standard. Does a really good job at explaining everything. And we have old mate here.
We came from the western ramparts and attackers passed by. If the gate falls, we're done for.
And with that introduction, that little cinematic intro there, we have the Beastmaster family, which is Igueraz, I believe, by the name there. Igueraz, I think. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but we have... Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I forgot the dog was a bit of a heinous little bugger, wasn't he? Yeah, yeah, but as you can tell, a Beastmaster fights alongside their, well, beast, which is either a hound or a bear. Personally, honestly, they both feel good, so I don't really feel bad with either one. Come here, you prick. There you go. Get you some execution action with all the characters there. But yeah, a lot of this game is maximizing your potential of every class. Voice crack, goddamn. And yeah, they do a really good job of making each class feel unique. Because obviously, the Beastmaster here gets a utility ability with his beast. No, here we go. You'd think you'd think that dude with the burn mark on his face would have, like, a helmet on, eh? But no, just get shot to shit by the flare. Here we have the two other families in the game, which is the Valentin and the... what's your name again? I forgot. Montverac. Again, I apologize for the pronunciation. I am not French by any means. As you could no doubt tell. But yeah, we have the alchemist here, who specializes in, well, blowing shit up in the most polite term possible.
At your service.
The alchemists in this game are your healers and also crowd control specialists. So they can use anywhere between poison, acid, fire, and like alchemical pots to heal your members. Then we have our flayers. Flayers are... how do I put this? They are very unique. So they are your guerrilla fighters. So they specialize in long-range combat, and debilitating your enemies, such as like this. There you go.
At your service.
Yeah, there's not really much more to tell about them because it's a lot easier to explain once we're in the barracks and we're looking at all the gear and their abilities. So
Ready to go.
I'll keep trucking along with this. So that you guys can enjoy the tutorial a little bit. I'm kind of sitting here like, because I've had to record this a couple of times to make sure that it worked. But yeah, no. Yeah, even just going through the tutorial, this game feels very distinct, and these two just crumpled over. Yeah, with the multitude of abilities due to weapons and the classes, what each class is able to use,
Ready to go.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
Thank you. The Council will destroy the documents. We must hold the main gate.
Yes, the enemy's quickly gathering. I saw them from the rooftops.
They're trying to force the gate open. We don't have much time.
We must stop them here!
They'll rue the day they attacked us.
Forward!
Okay. Well, you heard them. Stop them here. If you notice in the bottom left-hand corner here, our our Monteverac boy has has 4 alchemical flasks: fire flask, acid flask, and what's the other one? And then the other 2 are healing. So yeah, they do have a multitude of options in combat, which is absolutely great. But you do have to keep in mind these guys are more your mid-game units.
Caltrops here.
You definitely won't have access to the slew of skills that we do right now when you start playing. Obviously, he was going to dodge there, kind of expected. Right, we're going to send fucking Fido in here. Go get your nuts, bro. There you go. Ooh, hey. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's an absolutely brutal way to die. Getting mauled by a dog is not exactly the greatest thing in the world. Believe me, I used to be used to help train police dogs. Taking a bite from German Shepherd sucks. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, even through a bite sleeve, it sucks so bad. Like, I was bruised for like a good chunk of time on multiple occasions. Also, he just got knocked on his ass. And bang.
God guides my hand.
Yep, did. Alright. In turn. See if old mate actually moves. He'd gone for the... I can't tell if he went for the dog or not, because that was a horrendous camera angle. Oh, there you go. And that's the tutorial over and done with.
There are still many enemies. Let's hope our brothers and sisters of the Council had enough time.
Regardless, we must continue until the very end if we must.
Bye-bye. And here our heroes take their final stand. And schnotzed. And there you go, guys. That's the tutorial for CrownWars: The Black Prince. Now, getting into the meat of things. These are the 4 families. All of them come with different abilities, different starting bonuses, and they all play differently. Because obviously, if you're gonna choose one, it doesn't determine how you're gonna be playing, obviously, but it does make sense to kind of play around who you've been given, obviously, because reinforced crossbow. But yeah, here we have the Monteverac. You start with an alchemist, the reinforced crossbow. You get 5 healing bombs, which is basically your med kits. You have 3 antidotes, which get rid of poisons, and then poison grenade. Pretty self-explanatory. And then you have the blurb of who they are. I'll let you guys read that. Just so you can pause the video, take a look at it if you want. I'm not really gonna worry too much about it, because I have read through these. We have the Valentin. I think I'm putting way too much of an act, I'm accentuating something there a bit too much there. But yeah, this is the Flayer family. So you start with an extra Flayer, you get a reinforced bow, and again you get +5 bomb, which is, I'm pretty sure, is just the standard. You get serrated arrows and bolts, and then poison arrows and bolts. So, like I said, the Valentin Flayers specialize in debilitating the enemy. So, honestly, they do have the ability to use melee, but I think you'd probably be, especially if you're going to run them as a main family, I'd probably recommend using the bow over the melee weapon, unless you were doing a specific, like, saboteur scout kind of build, of, like, making them make use of interactable objects around the battlefield. Then they have an iron promise, never bends, which is their motto, obviously. Duh. Then we have the Larusan, the Crusader family. You start with an extra Crusader, as we saw before, the woman with the big fuck-off warhammer. You start with the Reinforced Greatsword, which is absolutely fantastic, which is just cleave. You get 5 bomb, 3 reinforced armor, and 1 bandage. And then, of course, you get honor by the sword as their family motto. And then the final family is Igueras, the Beastmaster family. Now, you start with an extra Beastmaster bear, and you get a reinforced axe. And then 5 bomb, bandages, and a salve. Now, excuse me. Yeah, their motto is United in Adversity, and then we have their little blurb here. So, who are we going to be playing as for this playthrough? Well, I'm glad you asked. We are going to be going with the Larusan family. Honestly, because I wanted to go, I'm not going to lie, because the song from Sabaton, the Christian rock, Christian metal, just plays rent-free in my head every time I think of Crusaders, so yeah, we're gonna go with that. Gonna customize the coat of arms here. Not gonna be something too fancy. Probably just gonna do double standard like that, because honestly, I think the chevrons are a bit scuffed, to be fair. Because when you apply things like these to the character models, they do get a bit jank depending on what pattern you have on. But yeah, I think in this case, what are we going for? Thinking, actually, what color scheme do we want? I do want a black. I feel like some of these blues are a bit subdued, honestly. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run blue and no, actually, it looks a bit scuffed. No, that doesn't look right. Are we just going full, like, Empire type sigil? That's what we're doing. Now it's a toss-up between this and this. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with this. Well, and with that, we go in. And here you have your disclaimer. Once you choose the family, this is permanent until, well, this is permanent, and it will be your family throughout the campaign. You cannot change it. In other words, no take backsies. So, yeah, no, I'm fine with that. So let's get into it.
The head of your family dies a sudden and violent death, while France, in its defeat, plunges into civil war. With your family ruined, fate forces you to flee your lands and wander the roads in exile. But don't lose hope. I'm offering you a new start, a small and secluded domain within the kingdom. For now, you need only know that I was a friend of the head of your family, and my name is Nicholas.
Okay, here we are. This is now our domain. Thanks to Nicholas, our friend, he's given us a domain to oversee. Yeah, if you guys noticed, this is something I didn't really catch my first time through, but during the cutscene, your crest actually shows up on the characters as they're walking through. I didn't know that. Mainly because I didn't really pay attention, I guess. So yeah, no, this is our domain. If you guys are if you guys have played things like Darkest Dungeon before, this will look pretty similar to you. But yeah, as we go through, we will unlock more and more facilities, depending on what, which help us in various ways, like an infirmary, a graveyard, obviously, and things like that. Yeah, there's not much to show off at the moment, because the only things we have available to us are the Great Hall, the barracks, and the map of France. So, right now, we're going to go straight into the barracks, and we're going to be doing a bit of customizing. Because obviously we're not going to take our boys into battle without them looking absolutely schmick. So, well, actually boys and girls, I should say. Because let it be known, there is equality on the battlefield here. So, yeah, we have our 5 classes as of right now. There is a 6th, but you have to unlock it, and we'll keep that close to our chest for now. When we unlock it, it'll be a nice surprise for those of you following along. So yeah, we've got our alchemists here. Doing a little bit more of a deep dive into them here. So we have, every class has 2 skill trees. Excuse me, I'm a bit under the weather a little bit. So for the alchemist here, we have the apothecary, pretty standard on what you would expect them to do. They are the healers. And then the pyrochemist. Yeah, basically, I make things go boom. But yeah, they have, as you can see here, they have 2 consumable slots. And I'll explain that in a sec once we get through some of these. Here we also have 2, we get to the alchemist flasks, which in this case I'm going to be starting both of them off with just healing, purely for the fact that in the early game it means absolutely nothing, because until you get your experimental balm and unstable prowess, there's not really much use in using a different type. I probably, like, if I could, I would probably mix between, like, fire, like, have fire and a healing flask, but because of the difficulty we're on, I would rather have the healing that is free of charge. So, yeah. Then over here we have our 2 weapons that we can equip. What weapons you can equip are completely dependent on your class. For the alchemist, they can only equip ranged weapons, which is the crossbow and the longbow. Both of these have different skills, as you can see down here. As you use a weapon, you gain experience points for that weapon, which you will then master, unlocking new skills, such as, in this case, Piercing Shot, which just says fuck you to cover, honestly. So, none of that's 90, 95%, like 85% chance to hit, XCOM meme there. And you've got Groundwork and you've got Skewer. The crossbow is the armor penetration weapon, as you would expect, and it does come with a movement penalty. The longbow, however, is your primary DPS, and it is your crit beast. So a lot of the time you will be seeing the flayers using the longbow. Is there anything else? Yeah, and getting to the consumables. The reason why the Alchemist here has 2 consumables is because, one, they are in, well, quite simply, they are in light armor. The way this game has explained it, it'll explain it later on so you guys can see it as well. You'll see the tooltip. The consumables are, the light armor is basically, hey, the more armor you have, the less you can take with you, obviously, because you are going to be overburdened. And you don't really want to be the pack mule. But as you upgrade your gear, you do get consumable slots, which I will be bum rushing for our Crusaders, since they are our main use here. I'm gonna try and go as Crusader heavy as I can for this campaign, because I feel like you might as well just lean into it, right? But yeah, not really too much else to explain here, so just gonna start customizing Godfried here. Yeah, I want him to have the Plague Doctor mask. What's your voice?
I'm ready.
Yeah, that sounds like a Godfried. You're not going to be showing your face that much, so there's no point in messing around with it. Oh yeah, that's right. Another thing to note, I do have the special edition of this, because I did pre-order and it just gave me everything. So yeah, I don't plan on wearing these until later on in the game, because I feel like early on it just kind of like kills the mood a bit and kills the vibe. Same with the weapon appearances, like having a bleeding weapon or a gleaming weapon early on kind of seems dumb, you know what I mean? But yeah, in this case, we're just gonna go with, I think, a simple blue for the jerkin, and probably a darker brown for your pants, mate. Yeah, there you go. And then, nah, we don't want that, do we? Oh, that actually looks kind of nice. Yeah, we're gonna go with... Nah, that's a bit... On second thought, that looks a bit scuffed. Not gonna lie. Yeah, no, we'll go with that. It's a simple look. Don't want to go too heavy into this, so want to try and get into this as fast as possible so you guys don't have to see everything. Yeah, you're probably gonna get the same sort of treatment. Probably, since you're gonna be the pyro, you can get red. Yeah, red, brown. Oh, whoops. Get red, and then your pants are brown. There's no point. And then boom. And then You know what? Sure. Okay, we go with that.
At your service.
At your command.
Yes. At your command.
Yes.
At your service.
Yes.
Here to go. There you go. What's your hack gonna look like? What the hell's going on with the face? There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a crossbow as well, because not really much point. I think I'd rather have both of you with crossbows. Now I need to make my friend. God damn it. Where is that? You get the crossbow. Actually, no, you get the bow. Because I'm a dick. Appearance, female, please.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Face. Yep, there we go. Give her that. Where's the hairstyle? I don't remember what she had when we were making this for her. There you go. She wanna... Yeah, there you go. Had the fur going with more of a... I remember the fabric was like a blue. Yep. It's the same there. Then we had the... I don't remember what she had. Yeah, we'll go with that for now, because the fur is going to get lighter. Yeah, because we were going for the more, like, Arctic, like, polar look. I remember. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, no, there you go. We have her name. Hello, you want to work, please? Oh, now you want to work. What? Go. And then we have her bear, which is just big man called Dumpy. Go. We have Dumpy. We got Amber and Dumpy over here. Sorry guys, I do apologize. This will be taking a little bit just because we're kind of setting up our main guys here. Aderic here. What do I want you to be? I mean, I guess because you're going to be going the trainer side of things rather than the hunter. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is probably have you go, especially if you're using the dog. Because you've got a choice. You got gorilla. You've got the throwing axe, which is just hobbling enemies. You got the dagger, which is being an absolute dickhead. And then you got the axe, which is just bleed and bring their attention to your, as we saw in the fight before. Yeah, we'll run Dirk, because I'm pretty sure your whole build is just bleed and being an absolute ass. Yeah. Alright. I think we're gonna give you... Honestly, I want you to be some, like... absolute unkempt prick. Where's your hair? It's the one hairstyle. It's like a whole hairstyle with like slicked back ponytail and everything. I think it's just 4. Yeah, there you go. Scar. And then we give you that, and then we go ham.
I'm ready.
My turn.
Yes.
I won't disappoint you.
My turn.
I think the color scheme we're gonna go with fabric underneath you is just, I think we're gonna go with like a dirty green, I think. Yeah, he's alright. Okay. Alright. Oh, we can customize the dog. Yeah, the dog's fine. Fuck it. Spending too much damn time on this. Okay. Right. So, you guys are easy as fuck. Put that on. Take the helmet off on you. Where's the one face that I had for Alize? I think it was this one, I believe. go. She's blonde. There you go. And we change your last name. As you are...
I won't disappoint you.
At your command. Yes. At your service.
I won't disappoint you.
There you go. She's a little pale, eh? There you go. Alright, so we got Alize with the big ass sword. Then we have another boy who is going to be turned into my friend again. And this time... the story behind this boy is he is a mercenary slash knight for hire, essentially. What was the... he was pretty much a knight without a master. Was the was the reason behind it. And we have Hans Schnutz here.
Ready to go.
My blade is yours.
And we have Hans Schnutz here.
Ready when you are.
At your command.
I'm ready.
Yes.
At your command.
I won't disappoint you.
And Hans here is going to be our... what is it? He's going to be our tank boy. He's basically... long story short, if you want the lore of Hans Schnutz here, he is pretty much just brother from Germany who found his way here, and ended up in the service of the Larusian family. What was his face again? Yeah, it was that. There you go, and then we put the headgear back on. There you go. We have Hans Schnutz. There you go. And he gets it on his shield as well. Yeah, Hans Schnutz, and then I believe you were... yeah, we just had another one of you. Also, rule of thumb, at the moment, all the guys that are not wearing helmets are pretty much just going to be DPS. That's my way of figuring out who they are at the moment. So yeah, if you can understand why I do that. You know what? We're just going to make someone absolutely scuffed. You know what? Fuck it. There we go. Old mate. Done. And then we have Theobald here, who is our other knight. Yeah, then we've got our duelists here. Now, the beautiful thing about duelists is they specialize in multiple weapons. And in this case, I am making her this girly here, Emily, specialize as our main DPS. That's why she's using longsword and dagger, and then dagger and dagger. Dagger and dirk, I should say. Yeah, no, it's not really much to it other than that. Because, yeah, they can, they really can pull their weight. You know what? She's going to be that. Colors, we're going to go with... Yeah, I forgot about that. Their gear just doesn't show up. No pattern. We are going to be purple though. Or close to. Yep. Yep, no, that's good enough. Got our Emily, and then we have Big Man McGee, who is going to be Paul, you know what, actually? Because he's going to be the Weapon Master, which is going to be... Blunt has a chance to inflict prone, piercing has a chance to inflict bleeding, slashing is weakened. Actually, we're going to have you go as the second tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to run that, then we're going to run that, and that. So he's going to be kind of all over the place a bit. Appearance, your face is going to be that, you're going to be bald, your beard, going to be that, hair color, definitely not making a self-insert, I swear. Right, so we have the leather. Oh yeah, that's right, you need a helmet. Forgot about that. Yeah, what the fuck is that? You're right. Go with that. Can I put... There you go. Yeah, there we go. Run with that on the shield. And yeah, well, we have all our guys. And with you lot, also I'm changing your face. We're gonna run that. And we're gonna put the headgear on you. Yep. Same with you. You're going to get the same treatment. Okay, cool. Right, we got everyone done. Sorry that took so long. I got a bit engrossed there. Yeah, so with all that out the way, we've got all our guys. We've got all of our guys set up. They look nice and ready to go. Yeah, nah, honestly, just so I'm not holding you guys up any longer, yeah, let's just jump right into this. The Great Hall. Basically, if you've played XCOM before, this is pretty much the world map, the bridge, all together. And we have the Codex, which is a shit ton of lore which you can read. I think it's I think the majority of it is historically accurate, to an extent. I think there have been liberties taken because of the setting, since this is obviously a low fantasy rendition, with a cult involved. So, taking it, take this with a grain of salt. If you were trying to learn this for a project, I don't know why you'd be watching my ass though, but yeah. So I'll stop it at a few spots so you guys can read in your own time, as I've already read through it. They also have a nice little feature here where you can look at the cutscenes that you've already seen. And then obviously history behind the story. Okay. I was dumb. This is the story of the game. This is the actual historical footnotes. So yeah, here you go. Read in your own time. And of course we have our memorial. And you can customize your coat of arms at any time if you want. So without further ado, let's get onto the world map. And from here... Oh, god damn it. From here we have all of the overview of the map. Everywhere will have different factions later on once we get through the early tutorial missions. The only mission we have available to us is our family-related mission, which is protecting your lands. And it's just send a suppression squad to go fuck up some people messing up your lands. Not much to it. So with that, yeah, we're just going to go into it, and we're going to bring Godfried along, because I want him to get some experience, and I think we're going to bring... I think we're going to bring... Actually, probably one of the flayers, honestly. I don't want to bring a Beastmaster just yet, because I feel like that'd be better on another mission. But yeah, no, we're going to bring... Yeah, we'll bring Agatha. And before we get into the mission, we can always bring along some extra equipment, which in this case we're going to bring a bomb and some bandages. And you, a bomb, because there's not really much else for you to bring. So yeah, this is our loadout, this is how it's going to go, and yeah, we send them away. And then in order for us to actually get to the mission, as you noticed, you wouldn't have seen it, but the game just auto-saved for me. But we pass the time up here, then you get notified for the battle. So we're going to jump right in and kick some booty. So I've got a question for all of you history buffs, now that we're actually into the game. How many of you have actually paid attention to the, how many of you actually know a lot about the 100-Year War? Because, personally, I don't know much. I actually wanted to learn a bit more about it. Honestly, kind of forgot a little bit, if I'm being honest. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you know about
Ready to go?
The 100-Year War, and whether or not it's interesting, or whether you're excited to see a game
At your command.
set in this world and everything.
At your
But
command.
yeah, no, we're just gonna right now we're just going to push up, get everyone in position. I'm going to try and get our Flayer over here to try and pick this Arbalist off. A thing to note when playing these missions, all of this red area, the moment one of your companions step into it, the enemy immediately knows that you're there. It is a bit jank, I will say, in terms of gameplay elements for stealth, because you can ambush, but you can't at the same time, if you get what I mean. Yeah, it's a bit scuffed.
My turn.
Yeah, what we're gonna do here.
No problem.
is we're going to set up an ambush for this girl as she comes
I'll
back
cover
around.
this area.
At your command.
And we're gonna play some fuck over here.
At your command. On my way. They won't get through.
And yeah, let's get to it. This should work perfectly, I should say. No, this should work pretty well, actually. I say perfectly. There you go. She gets hit in the mouth. He gets hit in the dick. Yeah. Ooh. You played fuck. You played fuck. Yeah, we're gonna sit here and kind of bully this boy, as he can't really get too close to our... Just so he doesn't get too close. If you're wondering how I'm selecting my pathing, I'm pressing Control, which is the default control for it. But every time you engage someone, you want to try and get behind the enemy so that you have positioning. I probably should have hit him with Defender, but oh well.
At your command.
But yeah, you want to try and get positional advantage on them at all times, just because it just gets you get more damage off in the long run. See if you can kill it. Yep, there you go.
Yes.
And with this,
With me.
we're going to taunt the shit out of you, and then we're going to drop you. Oh wow, it's actually, even as a dodge, it's still connected. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Gonna move our boy up to try and get into position. Oh, really? A crit? Alright, well, my son, what do you say to that? Of course you whiff. What about this? There you go. Man said, nah, I am done. Yeah, this is bullying. Yeah. You'll notice that the armor here is absorbing a lot of the damage that's being put out. But the great upside of that is just, yeah, you can get through armor just by kind of face tanking it a bit. Obviously that's not the most efficient way, but yeah, that's just kind of how it's been going for now, especially in the early game. It's also another reason why our tanks at the moment have... That's why our boy Schnutz over here has a...
Consider it done.
Well, it's why he has a mace rather than a longsword. Because, yes, the longsword gives you the ability to kind of deal with multiple enemies at once. And you do eventually get a riposte, so you get an attack when someone comes into your range. But the brilliant thing about the mace is that it strips armor. So, yeah, you don't want to sleep on that too much. Because you never know when that'll come in handy. I actually have no idea where I want to position you, so we're going to put you here for now, I think. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too fucked up. Because I don't particularly want to have to play fuck with getting him back in tip-top shape.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I can get you into a favorable position or not. Because I'd love for her to be able to get up here. But I don't know if that'll be a favorable enough position, honestly. So, yeah, we'll just play it by ear for now. Because the biggest threat in this mission, right? Because I've played through this a bit. The biggest threat are these two at the back here. Because they both have serrated bolts which cause bleed. And right now, don't really have a way to deal with that other than our arbalist, or our alchemist I should say. Rather, arbalist, well, acting like this is the darkest dungeon. Our alchemist I should say, has a bandage. That is literally the only way we can deal with it at the moment. Yes. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move over here with the flare. And just kind of chill. It'll take one more turn to set all this up. And yeah, I think we're just going to do that. Hopefully we don't get spotted. I don't think we do. Because they've got a pretty standard pattern, yeah. Because the biggest issue here is I want the flare to kind of get into position to pop them in the mouth, but they're going to have cover, which is going to be a pain. So, yeah, the best I can do here is just kind of go all in.
Consider it done.
Come on, son. Hey, mate. Oh, that was a terrible decision on your part. But, yeah, nah, fucking boom. And come hit me.
Heathen.
I told you, great sword is great.
At your command.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do here. Move her up. She's out in the open, so I'm gonna take a few pot shots at her. This is crit. Yeah. 85, come on, game. Don't you XCOM me. Yeah, if I go here, biggest problem is I don't want to deal with this, because he's going to try and move here, because if I move to the ladder, he's just going to block me. Yeah, I'm going to have to move here. Might be able to bypass armor a little bit here. Yeah. Soften him up a little bit. We'll see how this goes. It resisted the bleed. Okay, about what I expected there.
Yes.
At your service. God guides my hand. I won't disappoint you.
Yes!
No, I can't. That's unfortunate.
Consider it done.
Alright, so he's done.
At your service.
I won't fail you.
You're not on cover anymore, mate. Okay. Just gonna play pot shot wars over in the corner here. Yep. About what I expected. You can see why I'm taking those now. Because, yeah, relying on bombs is great and all, but, yeah, it's not exactly fantastic.
This might hurt.
Not might, it should hurt.
I'm ready.
Ooh, dodged. Unfortunate. There you go, she's down for the count.
Ready when you are. Very well.
Yeah, if I use this, at least. Yeah, if I heal her now, won't have as much of an issue later getting her out onto the field again. Oh, you're a bitch. Bro, Schnutz, just end him, please. I said end him, not lightly batter the prick. Like, damn. Anyway. There you go. That's the first mission done. So pretty self-explanatory with the combat. Not too hard, not too easy either. As you can see, there was quite a bit of foreplanning that you kind of have to deal with, just so you don't get completely screwed, because cover is important and it is necessary in this game, just like any other turn-based tactics game. And here we have Alize is going to be taking Verdict, which is basically, hey, I got hit in the mouth, I'm gonna hit you harder. Then Schnutz over here is gonna be taking the opposite, which is Protector. Which is basically, hey, you fight me now. Godfried over here is going to be taking Questionable Science, which is just a weakening ability, which is great. And then over here, Agatha is going to be taking Lone Wolf, so yeah, sniper build. So yeah, not much else to it. and then yeah, we get our rewards for doing the mission.
These pillagers weren't here by chance. Someone is targeting you, but your actions have been fruitful. The Larazan name is once again on everybody's lips. People have not forgotten about you, and those who sacked your lands will soon be trembling.
Yeah, they will be. Now, from here, we've got 2 more missions we can kind of go for. We've unlocked a building, as you can see. We have the chapel, which is where everyone goes to heal, as you kind of would have expected. Yeah, not much else to really explain about that. Hey, if someone gets munted, they come here. There you go, done. Now, we've got 2 options for our next mission, which is we have the assassination mission and we have the skirmish mission. Both of them unlock certain things. In this case, I'm going to be going for the forge because I want that up and running as fast as possible. Excuse me. So that I can unlock better armor and equipment for everyone. So that starts ticking down over time. So that's as quick as possible. And then we're going to be going for the skirmish. But that can be left for the next episode. So, with that, thank you everyone for watching. I just want to point out again, just like I said, I'm trying to be as real as I can with you guys because I'm trying to make this the best viewing experience possible for those of you who watch my long form content. This is a game I want to give spotlight because it is actually, I don't know, it's very, how do I put it? I'm really enjoying this game purely from the standpoint of it's fresh. Well, I say it's fresh and new, but it's nice to see someone taking their creativity into a historical event and actually bringing that to light whilst also keeping the history alive at the same time. It's really nice to see that because I think the closest game that we've seen recently was Kingdom Come Deliverance. Going close to that era, but not exactly there, obviously, because it was Hungarian in nature, or I think it was. I'm probably pulling that one out of my ass. It's been a while. But no, I really like the world. I really like the time frame. I really like what they've got going for them, especially with the classes and everything. Like, it's fleshed out. It's a good game. I don't have any complaints, really. Even the hardest difficulty, I'm managing. Like, it's really is the case of it literally just don't be shit, as me and my mates will say. Just don't be shit and you'll be fine. In other words, it's meaning don't pay attention to what you're doing, don't screw up, and you'll be fine. If you make a mistake, you are probably going to get kicked in the teeth, and you are going to have to accept that. And that's what, that all comes with the territory of playing on a harder difficulty. So, again, I thank you all for watching. I hope this comes out a lot better than it did the first time, and yeah, hopefully we don't have to worry with any stutter frames or anything like that in post. If there are, I am sorry. I'm just gonna say that now. I am sorry. I really am. But, yeah. Cheers, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And, yeah, no. I've been Glitching Notions, and, this was my bullshit. But, yeah. I hope you have a good one, guys, and I will see you in the next video.